Okay, I wasn't going to do a demonstration video for this art project, but I think it might be a good idea after all. So, I just real quickly, when you do the lesson, you can set up your still life with your own personal items, and you can still use this cloth as your drape, but then you would have your own personal items. Like I'll have a metronome and a book and, random things. I love candles, so I think I'll probably have for height, I'll probably have a candle holder or something. But in order for the kids to be able to do the still life quickly and efficiently, it's going to have to be a lot more simple. And so based on Janine Pitta's recommendations, all I have in the two wagons is a simple picture frame that the kids can put whatever, they can draw whatever they want inside that picture frame. So I've just made that white. And then I have a bottle and an apple. So it should be fairly straightforward for the kids to draw this as a still life. I just wanted to make sure that the kids understood, like that, or you could help them understand just the shapes. So clearly the picture frame is just a rectangle, and then the bottle is essentially two rectangles with a triangle in between. So there's a rectangle at the bottom, and then basically a rectangle at the top, or a cylinder, and then a triangle in between connecting them. And then the apple is fairly round. So I also have a lemon, and I have a couple other things in the wagon for you to use for this. But it is a really simple still life. So I tried to make it simple for you by not giving you a million different options in the wagon. So if you look at this and kind of break that down for the kids so that the kids also understand the size of the apple in relation to everything. The size of the apple is about a quarter to a third of the size of the frame, and it is above the frame. So depending on the class that you have, you can make the drape of the fabric really elaborate or really smooth, just so it's easier for them to do. And they don't even need to do the fabric if they don't want. So basically the way I would do it is you can do it on the board with them, but you can look at that, and then for the drawing, if I can do this while I don't know if this is going to work out very well. So basically, I'd probably start with your rectangle for the frame, and you can make it as 3D as you want. Like you can have the kids, like actually this is going to be this way. So if you want to have them, you can show them how to make it look a little bit more 3D. But there is this drape, if you go back to this, so depending on the way you angle it, you can try to make it more straight, flat, straight on or flat, so that when you do when they draw it, it doesn't have to be angled or 3D looking. And it is a little bit harder for them to make the shapes. But if you show them essentially that if they just draw this in real lightly, and maybe you can show that there's like a drape of fabric that kind of comes in like this. Sorry, I'm not doing a very good job. But if you can see that this fabric kind of comes around, and you've got the apple sitting a little higher. So your apple actually is about right there. And so you're going to do all of this very lightly. And so that's about where the apple would be. And just have them, you could go back and look, have them, that the height on this is on the bottle is about there. And if you go in this, so you've got the two rectangles, and probably the best way for me, sorry, I'm just trying to do this as quickly as I can, but you've got one rectangle that goes here, and you can, of course, you're going to go back in and erase, but like your drape comes in, this one's coming in front, and there's a drape that comes here, but then you've got this other like cylinder up here, so the top. And you can put the little, if you want to put the little white cork thing in there, you can. They don't have to have that in there because it does make it makes it a little bit more difficult to put the metal. You can have them leave it out or not, but essentially you've got these two rectangles that just come in. Now this bottle is actually, I don't know if you can tell by looking at it, but it has a square base. So you can have them try to make it look round, or you can have them, if you've got a more advanced class, you can show that base, you can try to have the kids show this base as, you know, that the base is, let's see, so you've got like sides here, so that it actually looks more like there's like a shape to it. And so your shading, your shading is going to end up reflecting that, where there's a little bit of a shape to it. And so basically, once they get that in there, then they should be able to, they can add whatever picture they want here. They can shade this better. You can see like here, you've got the light, it's here. You can put the white pencils if the kids want to make this a black and white drawing, but then the kids can come in and make it, if you want, the kids can come in and make it more spherical looking, where you've got kind of a darker, it's dark here, shadow here, but then it's really light in this spot here. And they can come in, they can do the shadow lightly in pencil. They can do the shading lightly in pencil, and because there is this shadow here, so you can do that in color if they want to do it in like color pencil, or they can do it here and make sure that they're getting the shadow here. So anyway, that's essentially the way I would start it, and it doesn't take too long, and you can have them color it in once they have it blocked in. Sorry, this is not the best picture, but I hope this helps. Thanks. Bye.